Hey, welcome back to Angie's World. Happy New Year. It's 2019, and with every new year, you hear everyone talk about their resolutions that they're going to make. I really don't stick with resolutions, and maybe I should, but I kind of feel like I'm setting myself up for failure. Not that that's what happens to everyone, but I know me, and I feel it's a personal journey. So what I'm going to do is focus on today, confidence. And confidence can affect a lot of things in your life. And if you would like to know what I'm going to do to improve my self-confidence, stick around. Welcome back. And if you're not a subscriber, please make sure you hit the button below. Any comments, make sure you throw them down in the comment box. And if you like the video, please give it a thumbs up. Confidence. Confidence is such a hard thing to achieve. Sometimes you see somebody who just feels like, oh, it's natural to them. They take it in stride. How do they get that confidence? I know I've been in certain business atmospheres, parties, and at school, where you see somebody walk into the room and it's maybe the way that they hold themselves and their stature, their posture. Maybe it's just the look of their clothes, but there's sometimes that one person that just catches your eye. It's kind of like they have that magnetism that draws people near them. And I've done a little research, and I'm going to try to implement these things into my life to try to give myself more confidence. So the first thing is, please understand, confidence can be developed. It's not something that you're born with. It's not a special DNA gene or anything like that. It's just something that we can work on, just as we do our weight, our skincare, our health. We can work on it. So the first thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to remove all the negative things in my life. So that could be people, could be situations, it could be work. And of course, if it's work, that puts you between a rock and a hard place, because it's just not like you can quit your job, or maybe you can. But you need to try to find out how you can tackle those things that are being negative in your life. If it's family, hey, you may have to walk away. You may have to distance yourself from them. Push it back. If somebody's bothering you every day, you're busy. You don't answer the phone. You're starting to spread your wings, and you're not focusing just on that family member or anything like that. If it's friends, friends, hey, I'm kind of busy, but maybe we'll get together next month. Or you just want to distance yourself, and you need to figure out the best way that you can distance yourself. It is possible. It really is. So you just need to be a little bit creative. The second thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to try to compliment people. Have you ever noticed that when someone compliments you, it makes you feel good? I mean, you may not know how to accept the compliment, but you're like, dang, wow. That really made me feel good. And if somebody doesn't like you, or they seem kind of offish with you, when you give that person a compliment, they're going to be like, damn, Angie's not really that bad. She's pretty cool. She's kind. And there's nothing wrong with giving somebody a compliment. And just for example, one day I've been really trying to change my fashion and my look. And I felt like I was in a rut for years. I had gone through a bad divorce. Financially, I was struggling after that. And I really wanted to focus on me. For 90% of my life, I had children, and they were my priority. And making sure they had what they needed was the priority. I didn't always take care of myself. And this also is part of why I'm doing this reaffirmation to myself and self-improvement for myself. So One day I was at work and I really was impressed with this outfit that I had on. And I was walking through the hallway and a young lady was walking the opposite way towards me down the hall. Never had seen her before. And when she started walking by me, she's like, "Girl, I really like your outfit. I love it." And I'm like, "Oh, thanks." But as I'm walking out the door, I felt so good. It made me feel good that someone noticed my efforts. And we all like to be congratulated on our efforts. And it's good to give those compliments to other people. And this can also affect you in your work life. I work in corporate America. I work for a very large hospital/university. And my supervisor one day said, and he is a male, and he's like, "This is really awkward for me to say, but your personal appearance has really improved. I want you to know it's not gone unnoticed." Again, it made me feel more confident about myself and how I was being perceived by others, that I was being perceived as taking care of myself and showing interest in myself. And that's the first thing in confidence is, if you give those compliments, it's going to make somebody else feel that way. And honestly, you're going to feel good when you give that compliment. Not only in giving those compliments does it make you feel good, but it's also going to help your social skills. It's going to give you that interaction. It's going to kind of force you to have that interaction with people. When you give a compliment, there's not really someone who's going to say, "Bullshit, I don't look good," or "Why do you like this?" They're going to be kinder. They're not going to push you away. They're going to welcome you into their secure bubble to where it's going to allow you to have a little bit more social interaction. So the third thing that I'm planning on doing to help build my self-confidence is doing something for myself every day. Be it going for a walk. I may eat a salad for lunch. I may decide to eat a salad for lunch and dinner. I might need to take vitamins. Let me start taking care of my internal health along with my external health. Speaking of external health, maybe you want to start getting onto a skincare regime. Maybe you just want to start taking care of your nails. Getting a fortifier to put on your nails, or going and having your nails done. Again, it's not about immediate results. It's about baby steps. Baby steps of getting something that you are doing that is taking care of yourself to where you want it to be. It's not going to happen overnight, and that's one thing you have to have. You have to have patience. The next thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to start increasing my knowledge. Read a book. Challenge yourself with 12 books this year. If you don't like to read books, how about Audible? Audible's a good thing. If you have a fast-paced life, maybe you have a long commute. I know I do. I have about an hour and a half drive one way to work every day. And using that time on that drive, I'm not usually listening to the radio. I am actually setting goals for myself. What is my day going to consist of? What are my challenges? What are my goals? Be it what's on my desk. What do I need to take care of? And then on the way home, I'm thinking about YouTube. What videos am I going to do? Am I going to do some photo shoots? What am I going to cook for dinner? So set some time for yourself. Read a book. Set some goals for yourself. Set those daily goals. Don't make them so that you can't achieve them. You don't want to be your own worst enemy. You want to love yourself. So remember, it's all about baby steps. Maybe learn a new word of the day. Read the newspaper. How about some Scrabble or word searches, crosswords, anything to exercise your brain. You'll definitely feel better about yourself. The next thing that is on my list of starting to do is to help someone every day. I know that 90% of my day is spent with coworkers. So if that is helping someone, teaching them, training them, I'm going to start going out of my way to do it. Maybe it's just doing a team building exercise with your coworkers. A few years ago, we volunteered at a soup kitchen, and we actually served a dinner to those individuals who came to the soup kitchen. And it was one of the best experiences that I had ever had, and I would definitely suggest volunteering. Confronting your fears. This is a tough one, and it's been a tough one for me. I know we all have things in our life that we're afraid of. I'm afraid of heights. I don't like flying. That was something when I lived very far away from my family that I had to really push myself to get over, my fear of flying. And I did a lot of research. There's some videos online to where there is a gentleman who is a former pilot, and they walk you through the process and the sounds. And I found that that was what bothered me, was the sounds and ascending into air. So I kind of learned how to work through my fear of flying. Is it my favorite thing to do? No, but I was very proud of myself that I was actually able to conquer that fear of flying. That's for sure. As far as our own fears of our own body, I mean, our negativity about our body, that's one thing that I really need to work on. I'm a plus size girl, and I don't like my double chin, and I don't like my flabby arms that wave back to you, and I don't like my body, and I'm learning to like it, and I'm learning to like it through trying to build my confidence up, wearing things that push the limit that weren't things that I used to wear, putting more color in because black's more slimming, stepping outside that comfort zone. Another thing is public speaking. I'm not a public speaker. This was part of my YouTube challenge to get me to learn how to speak, feel comfortable speaking, to be a little bit more confident in myself, to help that confidence grow. And I'm hoping that when I have to give presentations in front of chief supply chain officers and CFOs of the company I work for, that I won't be a deer in headlights, just stand there, Public speaking's tough. And again, I'm hoping that this will help me as time goes on in being able to conquer that and have more confidence in myself and how I handle myself in those situations. But again, I'd like to go back to body positivity. I think we're really hard on ourselves. It's a new year. Focus on one thing that you don't like about yourself. Is it your teeth? Make an appointment for the dentist. Maybe get some brightening for your teeth. Again, is it your skincare? Is it the way your hair looks? Find something that you like for yourself. Maybe a change. Sometimes it's just one little change. It's a haircut. Might be that lipstick. I never used to wear red lipstick, and I've actually stepped out of my fear for that. And I like it now. We can be our own worst enemies sometimes. So you just sometimes need to step back. Maybe just wear that red lipstick at home. Just wear it at home when you're not planning on going out. And then the next morning, wear it when you leave for work. Baby steps. Don't overwhelm yourself. And while you're looking for those areas that you want to strengthen, look at your strengths that you have already. Do you have beautiful pouty lips? Throw that red lipstick on. Your hair. Do you have beautiful hair? Enhance it. Does it look better? Or do you, when you wear it up to show your long neck, go ahead and wear it. Whatever asset that you have, whatever strength that you have, use it. Improve it. Remind yourself each day of any talent that you have. Focus on those talents. Focus on those strengths. They're special to you. share them, improve them. We can always improve ourselves. No one's perfect. And the better we get, the better we feel about ourselves. Just don't overwhelm yourself. One step at a time. I'm going back to a few points that I made earlier about my drive into work every day and how I set my goals for myself and what I'm going to achieve for that day. And I think everyone should do that, even though you're not, driving for an hour and a half. Maybe you're just driving 15 minutes down the road, or it's while you're getting ready in the morning. We should all have attainable goals each day. Use goals to achieve something to make yourself proud of yourself. Be it from work or health success. Maybe you ate that salad today. Maybe you went to the gym today. Maybe you helped someone today, or you gave that person a compliment because you love the way that blue shirt made their eyes look absolutely beautiful. You will feel bold. You will feel more confident when you do that with each achievement that you do. It doesn't have to be a large goal. It can just be a small one. And if you implement these into your daily life, you are going to feel more confident because it is achievable. It's yours to grab. One big struggle is people try to bring you down, and be it just their presence. Maybe you have a bad history with them. That's why we're going to go back to number 2 on removing those negative people from your life. But unfortunately, it's hard to remove every negative thing out of your life. The toughest thing is to accept we all have flaws. I know I have flaws, and I know I'm never going to get rid of all my flaws, and that's okay. Because every single person out there in the world, they have flaws too, including the person who is pointing out your negativity, including the person who is making you feel bad, including the person or the situation that is bringing you down. They also have flaws. Do I need to point out their flaws? No, I don't need to, because I'm not going to bring myself down to their level. They have to live with their flaws. I'm learning to live with mine, and I'm going to be okay with my flaws. If they don't like my flaws, that's all right. They don't have to. Because the minute that I let them bring me down, it is setting me backwards. It's taking me 2 steps back. And I will accept their criticism. Some people don't know how to give constructive criticism. And that's fine. You consider the source. If it's an abusive person who's trying to point out and criticize you, all right, it means a lot coming from you. They're an angry person. They're not happy with themselves. So if they're not happy with themselves, how can what they say make me feel bad? Because clearly they don't have a good judgment because they're not able to get themselves together. Put that person who is pointing out your flaws or making you feel bad, put them in the back seat. Put them in the rear view mirror. Just like when you're driving in that car, you're moving away from them. You're going to start feeling better when you start ignoring those people, accepting your flaws, knowing that you're human. None of us are perfect, but we sure do not need to stand there and take it. We can smile and we can move forward. Don't compare yourself to anyone. I know myself doing this YouTube channel. I watch other YouTubers and I see YouTubers with, hundreds of thousands of viewers and subscribers, or there's some of them that are in the millions. Instagram, they have thousands and millions of followers. And you wonder, why can't I get there? What am I doing? Why am I not as pretty as them? Am I not as skinny as them? Don't I talk? Am I not entertaining enough? Is my background of my video bad? I could drive myself nuts, and I have. and I can't compare myself to them, it's not going to work because I'm me. I'm different. I don't know what goes on behind closed doors with Mary, the girl that I work with that, you know, is right on point. She seems so confident. She dresses to the nines. You know, I don't know what Mary's life is. I know just a little portion of my interaction with her every day. And, you know, you can't put all your happiness on wanting to keep up with someone else. You know, the grass isn't always greener on the other side. The dog shits over there too. You know, it's going to happen. So you can't want to be, you know, that star YouTuber. You can admire them. You can admire your supervisor, and you can admire, you know, whomever you want to admire. That's great. But accept who you are and don't compare yourself. You can't compare yourself. You don't know the struggles that person had to get where they are. It's all about baby steps, and we're each different. And it's a good thing we're different. It really is. You know, it would be kind of boring if we were all the same, you know? So embrace yourself. Don't compare yourself to anybody else. So the last thing on this very long video is look confident. Regardless of what you wear, look clean. You know, you want to make sure you brush your hair. You want to make sure you took the time out for yourself, because you are the most important one out there. So you want to always look clean, brush your hair, brush your teeth. Hygiene is a must. You know, if you think that you stink, your confidence is going to diminish a little bit. You're going to be, you're going to want to stay away from people. You're going to be, you know, so make sure you take care of your hygiene. You don't have to wear makeup. If that's not you, don't wear makeup. But you at least just want to make sure you brush your hair. You know, you don't want to look unkept, you know. You want to make sure that you're standing straight and your posture is good. Because the minute that, you know, you start hunching over, it kind of shows people stay away from me. You want to be open. You want to stand tall. You want to be confident. Body language can remove confidence. You know, you can, with your body language, you can tell people to stay away. A lot of times I've been told that putting my hands in my pockets is kind of like stay away from me. So I do try to make a point of, when I'm in a group of people, not putting my hands in my pockets. I also notice sometimes when I talk, I'll keep my hands down. So I try to move them around as an open gesture of people being able to approach me. And you want to look at your clothes. You don't want to be walking out of the house all wrinkly, you know. Nobody's saying iron. I'm not an ironer. I understand that. We're all not rich. We can't send everything to the dry cleaner. Some clothes get wrinkled, but they have a great thing. It's called a spray bottle with some water in it. You can throw some of that in there, spray it, get up a little bit earlier. If you don't get your clothes together the night before, spray that on there, smooth them out, shake them out, do it again, you know. Or, you know, grab them out of the dryer before. Preparation's a good thing. So take the time out, if you iron, to do your ironing, to do your downy wrinkle-free, or get some water in a spray bottle. You know, if you need to mend your clothes or tailor your clothes, nobody's saying going out and buying that $300 suit or going out and buying that very expensive dress. No one's saying that. I'm just saying, what you have, just make sure you're not all wrinkled. You know, you want to look a little bit better, and it's going to make you feel better, and it's going to show confidence. So this has been a really long video. I do have a challenge. If you watch me on a regular basis, what I'd like you to do is one thing to take away from today's video. Tomorrow, give someone a compliment. Just give them a compliment. That'll make you feel better. And if they say thank you, maybe you, if it's dealing with clothing, where did you get it? Or, you know, they did a good job at work or something. Appreciation goes a long way. Appreciation, how somebody looks, their style, their work, just them as a person. Give somebody a compliment. I think it'll make you feel better. If you've enjoyed the video, please make sure you subscribe down below. Hit the like button, and please leave in the comments. Again, this is a personal journey. These things are not guaranteed to work, but it is a step closer. Make sure you compliment somebody tomorrow. You have yourself a good day. Be safe. Peace.